All right, colleagues. Yeah. I just want to make sure we have the requisite number of Democrats in order to get started with the vote.
Hold on. Should we get the attorneys?
Let's go and get the attorney so we can get started with the vote.
We are
live. I'm not a liar. I'm honest. I'm on my word. You go hard or go home.
Lily wants to start.
Oh, Lily, you want to start? Please, hold on. Lily needs a point of privilege. Now that she's finally joined us back after a few weeks being gone. Go ahead, Lily.
That is not true, first of all. Well, and hello. I want to introduce my friends sitting at the back who are visiting Annapolis, a couple of high school students and their mom, who's my dear friend. They want to watch us vote, and I just want to welcome them. Please. My intern. Thank you.
Who are the high school students?
Yes, please stand up.
All right,
Okay.
you guys want to come sit back here so you can watch it? You want to sit back there? Where you want to go? You sure?
Okay.
You guys can sit back here to see how it really goes, but that's fine.
Yeah, they're from
good?
Montgomery County and they're inspired. Okay. So behave yourself, colleagues. Thank you.
No chance.
Nope. Just wait for our attorneys to come in. We will be probably voting tomorrow or Friday. Most likely, I just want you to keep your head on a swivel because we're going to be moving, as fast as we can. Oh, okay. Now we got to watch it. Speaker's office is here. Got to behave. And since our colleagues from across the aisle are slow walking a lot of stuff on the floor, we're going to have to get this work done.
Possibility.
Huh? What'd you say? Slight mark. All right, colleagues, and I know this is for my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, because these are Senate bills, more than likely that we're not going to allow them to be special ordered on second reader because you guys can amend them on third reader, okay? So just keep your heads up. If we tell it's not out of spite and venom, it's because we want to keep the ball moving. Before we get started, the first bill we're going on is Senate Bill 1.
Senate Bill 1, you will find that our committee's staff sent out a significant number of amendments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. I'll go through them in order. The number 303523/1 says that for the authorization for an electric cooperative to market its SOS services, et cetera, that will not apply to a member regulated cooperative. Since they're not regulated by PSC, they would be excluded from that, that provision. The second amendment, 373822/1 is an amendment that would essentially provide that electricity supplier may not enter into a contract for direct supply of electricity to a commercial industrial customer in a way that bypasses interconnection with the transmission distribution systems or distribution services of an electric company. My understanding is that may have a particular application in Southern Maryland. 403428/1 strikes a phase-in language concerning obtaining RECs from within PJM, but instead provides that green power will be according to the existing statutory definition of a REC. 453-929/1 is some stylistic correction suggested by the Amendment Office. 553-224/1 provides for marketing and the PSC to adopt regulations concerning marketing and educational materials. 563-527/1 defines green power and provides for PSC oversight of it. 733-525/1 alters the definition of retail electric customer concerning commercial and on-site generation facilities. 783-123/1 requires Department of Budget and Management to add 2 pins. On my understanding is that may have been handled by the supplemental budget number 2 as well. 873-022/1 takes the mechanism that's in the Senate amendments to the bill for having PSC review what is green power and how it's marketed, and has a more extensive mechanism for review and approval of supply as being considered green power. Those are the amendments.
With the amendment?
Discussion on the amendment, Seth?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Bob, you said we're changing the definition of REC?
Where the Senate language talked about RECs having to come from either PJM or have them from somewhere else delivered into PJM, that actually slightly conflicted with the existing definition of REC in the code. So instead, we took out that language and put in the current definition, which means either electricity which is generated in Maryland, electricity which is generated in a control area that is adjacent to PJM and actually delivered into Maryland, and then also electricity which comes in from offshore wind projects.
So we just took the current REC language and put, okay.
It actually cleans it up. Otherwise, there would have been a potential conflict
Yep.
between existing law and what the bill was doing.
Yep, exactly. Okay, thank you.
Logan Harrison?
Thank you. I'm looking at the amendment 553-224/1
Mhm.
regarding marketing. And that was a big premise of or behind these bills, were that many of our seniors were not necessarily being told the truth or not believe they were told the truth and what they would. Does this address that? What
this is actually narrow, the bill as a whole helps that, but this more specifically talks about the activities of an electric company or a gas company, which is the distribution company, as it is marketing materials that for standard offer service or default gas service.
Please.
I can jump in here, Delegate Harrison. So that provision, not explicitly, however, most people don't even realize if you are with a third-party retail supplier, there's a whole bunch of complex reasons why, but that energy supply shows up on, and I'll use BGE as an example, on a BGE bill. And so a lot of times somebody who's on a third-party supplier will call BGE, and BGE can't even educate them that they have the SOS product. And so it is them simply allowing them to simply tell the other individual or their customer for the distribution side of it that we have standard offer service. It is this, and it's X price, which is more often than not cheaper.
It cleans it up and helps them to better understand, and that's what that particular amendment is doing.
Correct. And all of this is still subjected to PSC's approval and oversight.
Look at Aaron.
Yep. What is preferred green power definition? Where's that in the bill? You said that was an amendment.
Actually, the bill as it was drafted had a definition of green power. The Senate amendments struck the definition, but still continued to use the term green power. Amendment number 563-527/1 puts back in the definition of green power to mean energy sources or renewable energy credits that are marketed as green, clean, green, eco-friendly, environmentally friendly, responsible, carbon-free, renewable, 100% renewable, 100% wind, 100% hydro, 100% solar, 100% emission-free or similar claims, and then provides discretion for the PSC to determine whether an electricity supplier is marketing electricity in accordance with this section. The section is what will govern what is actually green or maybe gray.
So now does the PSC now have ability to say the trash is not green or not renewable?
No, it's not going to change that definition.
It's
It
not
does, no, it
no,
doesn't change. It doesn't
they-
take trash out of tier 1 recs.
But do they have the power to change it based on that amendment?
No,
No.
No, okay.
they can't change the definition of rec,
Well,
which is what this would be.
we've changed a lot of things, but yeah.
Y'all
They
can.
can, right? And
PSC can't by itself.
Bob, correct me if I'm wrong. This was language we worked out with the PSC to allow them to adopt regulations to write it.
I'm seeing somebody nodding over there
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I didn't
from the
even notice.
PSC.
Thank you. On the amendments, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none.
Move bills amended.
On the bill as amended, any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Vice Chair,
Aye.
Delegate Harrison, Delegate Boafo, Delegate Howard, Delegate Charkoudian, Delegate Rose, Delegate Pruski, Delegate Fennell, Delegate Turner, Delegate Valderrama, Delegate Chi, Delegate Frazier Hildago, Delegate Adams, Delegate Aaron's, Delegate Pippy, Delegate Jackson, Delegate Johnson, Delegate Rogers, Delegate Ampery, Delegate Weigel, Delegate Fisher is excused, Delegate Queen. Okay, bill moves forward as amended. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 27, Cosmetology Licensure Compact, enters the state into a multi-state cosmetology licensure compact and establishes membership requirements for member states and eligibility criteria for cosmetologists seeking a multi-state license.
Favorable.
Motion is favorable. Any discussion? Hearing none. Delegate Crosby,
Aye.
Delegate Harrison, Delegate Boafo, Delegate Howard, Delegate Charkoudian, Delegate Rose, Delegate Pruski, Delegate Fennell, Delegate Turner, Delegate Valderrama, Delegate Chi, Delegate Frazier Hildago, Delegate Adams, Delegate Aaron's, Delegate Pippy, Delegate Jackson, Delegate Johnson, Delegate Rogers, Delegate Ampery, Delegate Weigel Delegate Fisher is excused, Delegate Queen. All present voted favorable. Bill moves forward. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 38 requires an employer to include certain information on a physical pay stub or online pay statement.
Motion is favorable. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Vice Chair. Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Dago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Aaron's. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Amprey. Delegate Wyval. Delegate Fisher is excused. Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward favorable. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 41 is the same as House Bill 262 as passed by this committee. It is consumer protect.
On the bill moving favorable, is there any discussion? There's no fast way to do it.
What I would say, they think the House.
No, I'm talking about it.
You want to put it in the consent calendar of everything? No,
We can't. That's what I'm saying. It's really no. Trying to think of a quicker way of just, instead of hitting you guys up every time, because every now and then, the Republicans and the Democrats agree, but I never know when that's gonna be. Yeah. Is this a party call vote or? Okay, so we'll just go through, never. Mr. Vice Chair. Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Dago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Aaron's. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Amprey. Delegate Wyval. Delegate Fisher is excused, and Delegate Queen. Bill moves favorable. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 92 is the same as House Bill 426 as passed by this committee. It is.
Any discussion on the favorable? On the favorable, Mr. Vice Chair. Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Dago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Aaron's. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Amprey. Delegate Wyval. Delegate Fisher is excused, and Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward favorable. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 150 is the same as House Bill 1501. We heard this bill on Tuesday. Deals with performance audits of the Office of Legislative Audits, reduces the frequency of performance audits of the Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City and the Board of License Commissioners for Prince George's County that's required to be done by the Office of Legislative Audits.
On the bill, the motion is favorable. Any discussion on the bill? Hearing none, Mr. Vice Chair. Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Dago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Aaron's. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Amprey. Delegate Wyval. Yes? Delegate Fisher is excused. Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 216 increases the penalty that an employer must pay to the uninsured employers fund when the Workers' Compensation Commission finds the employer failed to secure compensation for all employees or failed to comply with an order from the Workers' Compensation Commission. We just heard this bill today.
Motion is favorable. Any discussion? Hearing. Apologize. Go ahead, Delegate Harrison.
Thank you. I'm going to be favorable for this, but I would just say for courtesy and communication from the administration, it would be nice that they would contact us and talk to us and let us know that they're doing these things. I'm not sure if you had a conversation with them beforehand, but I think that it's the proper thing to do since we are a bicameral legislature.
Oh, because there was no cross file?
There was no cross file, there was no communication.
I'm gonna withdraw my motion and
Huh?
Yeah.
The point is because I think the point was, we're so late in the year that when we don't hear these bills on both sides, I feel like this house doesn't have that impact input. Well. I'll tell you what, no, Delegate, you brought up a very good point. We're gonna hold this for a day. No,
Yeah, having the same level of respect that they would expect us to extend to them.
well, good Delegate, for that matter, we will hold this and maybe they'll have a chance to reach out to you and discuss some of these things, but we will hold this bill because you did bring up a very good point. I know things get a little hectic and I'm sure it was not personal. I hope that we shouldn't take offense. However, we probably still do. So we will hold this bill for now. We'll move on to the next bill. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Oh, boy. You guys are a bunch of villains. You know that, right? So
This is 225, just the sunset extension.
what did we do with these? Okay, what is it that let's just talk about 255 right quick. Next bill is 225, apologize. I just want to know what the bill actually does now, correct? Chris?
Right, we have amendments for the bill that remove the sunset provision and require the Senate requires a report from the department, they submit it to the Joint Audit and Evaluation Committee beginning July 1st, 2025, and we added that they would report every 4 years thereafter.
So I believe on these bills, what we're doing is the goal is to no longer be wasting bluebacks and paper on commissions that we know are going to continue. I know the Senate had an issue with them being forced to report. I believe this bill takes care of that, where they were forced to report on a timely manner every 4 years. Is that right?
They previously weren't required to report. The Senate added the reporting requirement. We added that they come back every 4 years.
Right. So for anybody who's listening, the columns were, they thought the sunset was the only time that they had to report. And as such, the sunset was a good idea. I think it's a waste of time, as does my vice chair. I don't know how this committee feels, but those are the amendments. On the amendments, is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none.
Bill's amended.
On the bill as amended, any discussion? Hearing none. Never mind. I keep forgetting we've got, as long as we got Wyville and Adams, it can just go either way anytime. There isn't, you said never know, right? So, all right, I'm gonna go on House Bill 255, 225, I apologize. On the bill as amended, Mr. Crosby.
Aye.
Delegate Harrison, Delegate Waffo, Delegate Howard, Delegate Charkoudian, Delegate Rose, Delegate Pruski, Delegate Fennell, Delegate Turner, Delegate Valderrama, Delegate Chi, Delegate Frazier-Hidalgo, Delegate Adams, Delegate Ernst, Delegate Pippi, Delegate Jackson, Delegate Johnson, Delegate Rogers, Delegate Amprey, Delegate Wyville. Delegate Fisher's excused, Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward as amended. Yes, sir.
Skin, you'll probably say no, but I was voting SB 150. I voted no. I meant to vote yes. I thought we were voting a different bill. So if you can't do it, that's fine. But I'd like to, that's the kind of bill I would certainly be supporting.
Well, I hate to be the villain. However, you will have a chance to vote for it on the floor. He'll allow you to rectify your mistake.
And the bill?
Maybe you'll have to defend that bill. Okay. Yeah, we might have you defend that bill then. Okay. Next bill, please. You got that? Okay. Next bill, please.
Okay. Senate Bill 229 is the same as House Bill 67 as passed by the House. This is the penalties for acting as an unauthorized insurance producer or public adjuster.
Move favorable.
Are there any amendments?
Nope.
No amendments. Any discussion on this bill moving favorable? Hearing, same posture. Hearing no discussion. Mr. Vice Chair. Aye. Delegate Harrison. Delegate Buafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Lago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Aaron's. Delegate Pippi. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ampry. Delegate Weibel. Delegate Fisher is excused, and Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward favorable. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 230, insurance hearing representation is a cross follow of House Bill 90 as passed by the House. There is an amendment to conform it. There was actually a spare knot that needs to be stricken. We fixed it. They had already passed it by the time they realized there was a problem.
Move the amendment.
On the amendment, any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing, on the bill as amended, any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Vice Chair.
Aye.
Delegate Harrison. Delegate Buafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Dago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Aaron's. Delegate Pippi. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ampry. Delegate Weibel. Delegate Fisher is excused. Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward favorable as amended. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 231, another departmental from MIA. This is the insurance protections after loss or damage to property. This is a public adjuster bill. And we have an amendment in the packet to conform it to what the House did.
Move the amendment.
On the amendment, any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye. Any opposition? Hearing none. On the bill as amended, any discussion? Mr. Vice Chair.
Aye.
Delegate Harrison. Delegate Buafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Dago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Aaron's. Delegate Pippi. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ampry. Delegate Weibel. Delegate Fisher is excused, and Delegate Queen. Bill moves as amended. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 234 is the same as House Bill 197 as passed by this committee. It is the unemployment insurance work search requirement, exempts federal civilian employees during.
Motion is favorable. It's not amended, right? No amendments. Any discussion? On the bill, Delegate Crosby, Delegate Harrison, Delegate Buafo, Delegate Howard, Delegate Charkoudian, Delegate Rose, Delegate Pruski, Delegate Fennell, Delegate Turner. Sure.
Oh, right now.
I know what it's saying.
Yes, this was for when the government has a shutdown, they're already allowed to collect.
Correct. They're allowed to collect. And so what we are saying here is because they're allowed to apply for unemployment, they don't have to search for work because we know eventually it is going to open back up. When it does open back up and they go back to work and they get their back pay, they're going to have to pay back the unemployment.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they're already allowed to collect unemployment. We're just saying you don't have to search for other work because you already have a standing job. You're just doing a government shutdown. So that's all. It just allows them to not have to search for work while they're collecting unemployment. I got you. Sure. So you're a yes? Delegate Valderrama, Delegate Chi, Delegate Frazier Dago, Delegate Adams, Delegate Aaron's, Delegate Pippi, Delegate Jackson, Delegate Johnson, Delegate Jackson, you were a yes? Rogers, Johnson, you're a yes. Rogers, you're a yes. Ampry? Yeah. Delegate Weibel. Delegate Fisher is excused, and Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward favorable. Next bill, please. Fine. Pippi, you were a no, right? You're always a no. Yeah.
I just
wanted to make don't worry.
because I heard, I wasn't sure what I heard.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
When in doubt, I know. Next bill.
Senate 254 is identical to House Bill 229 as passed by the House.
There was no amendment?
254? No, this is the one that requires them to do.
You're correct. The motion is favorable. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Vice Chair. Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Dago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Ernst. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ampery. Delegate Wyval. Delegate Fisher is excused. Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 261 repeals the sunset provision for the State Board of Barbers within the Maryland Department of Labor. There are amendments in your packet that repeal the provision and require a report by the board by July 1st, 2025, and every 4 years thereafter.
On the amendments, any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. On the bill as amended, any discussion? Is this a party line vote or? Huh? You guys are good? All right, so on the next five, and we're gonna, Bob, we're just gonna say all present voted. What?
You need to move the amendments to each one. That's right. Then you can.
No, we moved the amendments. No, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I mean, for the next five, of course, we're doing one at a time. So all present voted, yay. With, Fisher excused. That's House Bill 261, favorable with amendments, moves forward. Next bill.
Senate Bill 264 also repeals sunset provision and requires a report.
On the amendments, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. On the bill as amended, any discussion? Again, all present voting yay. No opposition, hearing none. All say yay, and except for Fisher, who is excused. All present voting yes. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 288 also repeals the sunset provision and requires a report by July 1st, 2025, and every 4 years.
On the amendment, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. On the bill as amended, any opposition? Hearing none. All present voted in favor of the bill as amended. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 296 also is amended to repeal the sunset provision and require a report by July 1st.
On the amendment, any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. On the bill as amended, any discussion? Hearing none. Is there any opposition to this bill? Hearing none. All present voting in favor of the amended bill. Fisher is excused. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 297 reduces the number of years that an engineer member of the State Board of Professional Engineers must have practiced engineering. There are no amendments.
Okay, so this is a different bill. Okay. On the amendments?
No amendments.
On the bill, any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Vice Chair. Aye. Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Dago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Ernst. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ampery. Delegate Wyval. Delegate Fisher is excused, and Delegate Queen. Moves forward favorable. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 325 is the same as House Bill 1, the Maryland Paint Stewardship.
Brief
Bill.
indulgence.
No. 336.
We,
Oh.
we do have 325, but I don't see it on the list.
Is it different list?
Yeah.
You have 325 on your list? All right, what's 325? Go ahead.
All right, it's another simple, it's the same as House Bill 1, the Maryland Paint Stewardship Bill. No amendments.
We're favorable.
We're secondary.
Any discussion on the bill? Hearing none, Mr. Vice Chair.
Aye.
Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Dago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Aaron's. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ambry. Delegate Weigel. Delegate Fisher is excused. Delegate Queen. Bill passes favorable. Next bill, please. Bill 336. Yes.
Senate Bill 336 is identical to House 265 as passed by the House.
Favorable.
No amendments.
The bill moving favorable. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Vice Chair.
Aye.
Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Dago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Aaron's. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ambry. Delegate Weigel. Delegate Fisher is excused, and Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward favorable. Next bill, please.
Move favorable.
On the bill moving favorable, is there any opposition? Hearing none. All present voted yea. Fisher is excused.
Senate Bill 461 is the same as House Bill 520 as passed by this committee.
Any discussion on the favorable? Hearing none. Is there any opposition to this bill? Hearing none. All present voted favorable. Delegate Fisher is excused.
Senate Bill 462 is the same as House Bill 709 as passed.
Move favorable.
On the favorable, any discussion? Is there any opposition to this bill? Hearing none. All present voted in favor. Delegate Fisher is excused.
Senate Bill 466 is the same as House Bill 702 as passed by this committee.
Move favorable.
Motion is favorable. Any discussion? Hearing none. Is there any opposition to this bill? If there is, don't worry. If there is, we can just go through the checklist, but I'm just trying to. Four, six, six. I was just saying the realtors are, I'm so confused by that. So. Okay, yeah, that, of course. All right, so House Bill 466, all present voting yes. Delegate Fisher is excused. Next bill, 476.
Senate Bill 476 is substantively the same as House Bill 584.
Move favorable.
Yeah, I know. Any discussion on the favorable? Hearing none. Mr. Vice Chair, Delegate Harrison, Delegate Boafo, Delegate Howard, Delegate Charkoudian, Delegate Rose, Delegate Pruski, Delegate Fennell, Delegate Turner, Delegate Valderrama, Delegate Chi, Delegate Frazier Dago, Delegate Adams, Delegate Aaron's, Delegate Pippy, Delegate Jackson, Delegate Johnson, Delegate Rogers, Delegate Ampery, Delegate Weibel, Delegate Fisher is excused, and Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward. We are holding, okay, we have House Bill 485 is the next bill.
Senate
Senate bill, I
bill,
apologize. Is that correct?
yes.
House Bill 485, because I think, yeah, 478 has been held. Got it.
Senate Bill 485 is the same as House Bill 571.
Is there opposition to this bill? Okay, I apologize. Yeah, go down. Party line. 1 second. Mr. Vice Chair. Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Odago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Ernst. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ampery. Delegate Weibel. Delegate Fisher is excused. Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 511 is the same as House Bill 650.
Favorable.
On the motion is favorable. Any opposition to this bill? Hearing none. All in favor, vote yes. No worries. Delegate Fisher is excused. Outstanding. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 525 is the same as House Bill 649 as passed.
Favorable.
All right. Mr. Crosby.
Aye.
Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. You said, okay. Delegate Rose. Delegate Prus. I got you. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Odago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Ernst. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ampery. Delegate Weibel. Fisher's excused. Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward. Next bill, please.
534 is the same as House Bill 611.
Favorable. Second.
Right. Mr. Vice Chair.
Aye.
Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Odago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Ernst. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ampery. Delegate Weibel. Fisher is excused. Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 536 is identical to House Bill 680 as passed by the House.
Is there opposition to this bill, guys?
The only one who voted against it isn't here.
So we'll ask, no opposition? On the bill moving favorable, all present voted yes. Delegate Fisher is excused. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 544 is the same as House Bill 888.
Favorable.
Any discussion on the favorable? Is there any opposition to this bill? Hearing none, all present voting yes. Delegate Fisher is excused. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 628 is the same as House Bill 819 as passed.
Favorable.
There was a. Yeah. Delegate Crosby. Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Was a no, correct? Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi. Delegate Frazier Odago. Delegate Adams. Delegate Ernst. Delegate Pippy. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Ampery. Delegate Weibel. Delegate Fisher is excused. Delegate Queen. Bill moves favorable.
Senate Bill 648.
Yes.
Senate Bill 648 prohibits a person from serving as a contractor, subcontractor, or broker between a contractor or subcontractor in the state for up to 5 years after being convicted of criminal malfeasance, misfeasance, or nonfeasance.
This is the disposed crossfire bill.
Yes, it's cross-filed with House Bill 211 and they're the same.
Is there opposition to this bill, guys? I thought so. Okay, Delegate Crosby.
Aye.
On the favor, apologize. Delegate Crosby, Delegate Harrison, Delegate Boafo, Delegate Howard, Delegate Charkoudian, Delegate Rose, Delegate Pruski, Delegate Fennell, Delegate Turner, Delegate Valderrama, Delegate Chi, Delegate Frazier Dago, Delegate Adams, Delegate Ernst, Delegate Pippy, Delegate Jackson, Delegate Johnson, Delegate Rogers, Delegate Amprey, Delegate Weibel, Delegate Fisher is excused, and Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 648 is identical, sorry, Senate Bill 775 is identical to House Bill 1012 as passed by the House. We're secondary. Yeah, Derek.
Yeah. Is there any opposition to this bill? Hearing no opposition, all present vote yes. Look at Fisher is excused. Next bill, please.
Senate
Correct.
Bill 806 is the same as House Bill 738 as passed by the.
The motion is favorable. I believe there was opposition on this one. Oh, sorry. Discussion on the favorable.
Sure. So I'm going to support again the bill. I looked again and asked my insurance company. The insurance requirements are so inexpensive, and the benefits to the contractor to get the right kind of insurance, but also to the MHIC to have insured contractors. It's valuable. It's a good bill.
Delegate Pippy.
Just for the good of the order, 25 House Republicans voted against the bill on the floor, so.
Very much so.
Everybody at home hear that.
350. Or 450. Right. Right. So apparently we're gonna have to take the vote on this one. Okay, the motion is favorable. Delegate Crosby. Delegate Harrison. Delegate Boafo. Delegate Howard. Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Rose. Delegate Pruski. Delegate Fennell. Delegate Turner. Delegate Valderrama. Delegate Chi.
Aye.
Frazier Dago.
Aye.
Delegate Adams. Okay, in trouble now. Delegate Ernst. Delegate. Oh, crazy. Delegate Pippy. This place is falling apart. Delegate Jackson. Delegate Johnson. Delegate Rogers. Delegate Amprey. Delegate Weibel. Delegate Fisher is excused. Delegate Queen. Favorable, the bill moves favorable. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 843 is the same as House Bill 669 as passed.
On the favorable, is there any discussion? Hearing none, was there opposition to this bill? Hearing none. All present voted in favor. Delegate Fisher is excused. Next bill, please.
Bill 846 is the same as House Bill 998 as passed by this committee.
Favorable.
Is there any opposition to this bill, the favorable motion? Hearing none, all present and voted in favor. Delegate Fisher is excused, apparently saving us a lot of time. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 1003 is the same as House Bill 1273.
I got 951.
No,
Okay, yeah, we're just gonna hold 9.
Are we holding?
not on the list. 951 isn't on the list. Not on the public voting list.
Oh, it's not on the public voting list. This is the electrical vehicle supply equipment work group. So, all right, that's fine. So it's
1003.
Senate Bill 1003.
Favorable.
There's a sponsor problem, but okay. Is there any discussion on the favorable? Is there any opposition to this bill? Hearing no opposition, all present voted yes. Delegate Fisher is excused. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 1041 is the delivery permit for breweries, wineries, and distilleries. Direct delivery. They took the the cross files was Kurzville, which we did not move. There's a technical amendment in your packet.
The amendment.
I think we were going to move Ken's bill in the next voting list. We're going to move the delegates bill in the next voting list. It just got left off. Okay, 1041. Any discussion on the amendments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none on the bill. The bill's moved favorable with amendments. It's the motion. Is there any discussion, Delegate Pippy?
Just, we've been moving pretty quick, which is good. On this bill, this is a big bill.
Why?
Well, so,
I'm sorry, why? Sorry, I mean,
is this the one where the Uber drivers get to?
No.
it is not, but it does allow, in fact, go ahead and explain the bill, please.
Okay, this is the bill that allows manufacturers.
This is the one we kept kicking the can down the road through COVID, is that right?
We did, but what this does, which is different from the way the bill came in,
Yeah.
this only allows direct delivery. It does not allow out-of-state shipment.
Was this the compromise between the powers to be?
Yep.
Everyone's
Yeah.
good now?
Yeah, because we're having constitutional issues with it in the Commerce Clause and how, by allowing the direct shipment, we would, the entire
Yeah.
country could ship here.
Yeah,
So-
we have to treat everyone the same, but in this case, it's only delivery as
Right.
opposed to shipment.
So we can't stop people from over the lines in Pennsylvania from delivering into Maryland.
So like
can't
Maryland
mail.
State Licensed Beverage Association, are they good with this bill now?
I could lie and say yes, but I really don't remember.
But they were the ones that had the big consternation with it, right?
Mine was the other way around. I thought they wanted this bill.
No, they're
No,
unfavorable.
No, they weren't.
No, this is the one where Brad Rifkin came in and said everything was worked out.
Yeah,
That
this is the
bill.
good one. Yeah, they said they worked it out
I think they.
and we took delivery out of it to make it
We-
more feasible.
We
for
took shipment out of it.
Shipment, I apologize. So there is no direct ship. They cannot mail. They can only deliver from the manufacturer to individual customers.
What about wire? Okay.
I believe they were good. I mean, it was the way, I didn't confirm with them individual, but I was told that this was a negotiation and they were good with it. Delegate Adams.
In my district, I've got, it's Lions Distilling.
Yeah.
They have a van, and they take their product and they'll deliver to my residence, I assume is the
Yeah.
nature of the relationship.
Yep.
So that's a little different than self-distribution. This is basically them trying to continue a practice to help them through COVID, but it also has some practical applications for small distilleries to
Correct.
deal directly with consumers like.
Yeah. I think so. All right, the motion was favorable with amendments, correct? Yes. Go ahead, sir. Put your mic.
All beverage, those guys were opposed to the House version. So Steve and Nick and those guys.
They were opposed to the bill as introduced, which had direct shipment as well as direct delivery.
Okay,
What was amended out of the bill, because the bills came in as crossfalls.
right.
But the Senate significantly amended the bill to strike shipment. So you're not talking about using UPS drivers or FedEx coming in from Washington State. In this case, it must be delivery and it's by the licensee.
Okay.
I mean, they
They
could,
might,
they might, but that's a business decision they would have to make.
but probably not Spokane.
It's an inside joke. So are there any questions on this bill, guys? And I'm just getting a few texts. It seems like everybody was good with it. I don't know. Even though I love it when they text us while we're voting, because that's always awesome. Please don't text us while we're voting, guys. Yes, ma'am. Please turn on your mic, please.
Same as HB 1217 with no shipment in it, but just delivery. Okay, so it was taken out of HB 1217. Shipment.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
On the bill as amended, is there any discussion? Is there any opposition to this bill? Hearing none. All present voted in favor. The bill is amended. Delegate Fisher is excused. Next bill, please.
Senate Bill 1044 is the same as House Bill 13.
On the motion is favorable. Is there any discussion on this bill? Hearing none. Is there any opposition to this bill? Go ahead.
Some R's voted down on the floor, but you can to each your own on that. I voted for it, so.
See my shock face, right? We're gonna do it. We're gonna go through. On the bill moving favorable, Mr. Vice Chair, Delegate Harrison, Delegate Boafo, Delegate Howard, Delegate Charkoudian, Delegate Rose, Delegate Pruski, Delegate Fennell, Delegate Turner, Delegate Valderrama, Delegate Chi, Delegate Frazier Hidalgo, Delegate Adams, Delegate Aaron's, Delegate Pippy, Delegate Jackson, Delegate Johnson, Delegate Rogers, Delegate Amprey, Delegate Weibel, Delegate Fisher is excused, Delegate Queen. Bill moves forward. Colleagues, I want everyone to please pay attention. I believe you'll either receive a text, possibly an email, if you are carrying a bill on the floor. Before we leave, we do have Senator Rosapep here for his bill 910, Senate Bill 910. But I just want you guys to be prepared, and I think all of your aides now know how to make your book. If there's any question, but please, I want you guys to be attentive. If there's a bill you'd like to lead on the floor, please let us know. If not, I just want everybody to pay attention to your text messages and your emails. You will be emailed a packet. It is your responsibility to bring your book to the floor. We're no longer making the books for the folks. It's too much work. And we guys, I believe at this point, it's a lot easier, you guys, for access, everything, okay? So we're gonna finish up this last hearing. Brief indulgence. I believe we have to stop and restart because this is a voting session. So I believe the voting session is adjourned.